I've got a bit to catch up on. Hi, my name is Amanda and I am the creator and designer behind Little Forest Makes. I design crochet patterns, and the last time I spoke to you guys was about a year ago, maybe longer, and yeah, things just got a bit hectic, so I just wanted to come back and give an update on what's been going on, what kind of designs have been coming out, a little update on what's happening with Little Forest Makes, and yeah, I've got a little bit of cross stitching stuff as well. If you're interested in that, you can either skip forward to that or you can leave us when we get to that point, whatever floats your boat. But it's probably going to be a long video because I've got quite a lot to share. So I have a cup of coffee. I hope you've got something too. And yeah, let's just get into it. So on the 8th of May 2025, I left my job and went full-time with Little Forest Makes. This was mostly for health reasons. I was diagnosed with a chronic health condition, and having that flexibility of being able to take the time off when needed and things was really, really important. So yep, it's been fantastic for that. I've been able to kind of take the time to rest when I need to, and I've also been able to work on a really, really big project which I can't wait to share with you. So the Patreon, I had paused this for a wee while. It's now back up and running. I started it again at the end of last year. 2 seconds, sorry about that, the dog wanted out. We have a beagle who's coming up for 2 years old, and she's still very much a toddler, menace, all the rest of it. So yeah, Patreon, started it again at the end of last year, and it's been going really well. I've really been enjoying it. Thank you so much for everyone that has come back or joined for the first time. I've made some changes to it. I only have the one tier now. It's £3 a month. You still get a free pattern. You get the monthly discount code, crochet and chat, test call slots, behind the scene content, all that kind of stuff. I reduced it to the £3 a month because I feel like it took a lot of pressure off for me, as well as making it more affordable for people, because let's be honest, money is tight for so many of us right now. And it took the pressure off a little bit for if I was struggling with my health. As long as the pattern was out for the month, I felt like people were still getting their money's worth. The patterns will be released in my general kind of shops and stuff 3 months after they are released on Patreon, and they'll be released at whatever their normal listing price would be, which is always more than £3. So yeah, let's have a look. So for crochet, I have 12 crochet general releases, 4 Patreon patterns that will, like I said, be released 3 months later. And for the Flosstube side of things, I've got, how many? I've got 3 of my own designs, 2 of my own designs, and some projects that I've been working on. I might do the crochet and the Flosstube stuff separately in the future if that's something you think would work better. But again, it depends how much content I've got. If I've only got a couple crochet bits, I'll just put them in together. I can do a whip parade video for the Flosstube side of things. If you'd be interested, just let me know. Okay, so some of the projects that I wanted to share with you, I don't have the physical make because they're away involved in a special project at the minute. So I'll be inserting a photo and talking a little bit about them. The last time we left off, I was telling you about a new pattern and I showed you some colours that I was thinking of for it, and that pattern was Pansy the Pig, and I'll insert a photo. I wasn't too sure how I was feeling about the colour palette. The pinks and the blues aren't really kind of my comfort zones, but as you can see, I'm wearing pink now, and that's changed, but I really, really like her. Another one I've got, if I pull out this basket, is this sweetheart. Her name is Bramble. So Bramble the badger. She's been released as well. She's got her little tail. And all the yarn that I use for all the crochet projects is Drops Nepal. So it's like an alpaca wool blend, and it's quite affordable in the UK, especially if you get it on sale. You get it on sale quite a lot in Wool Warehouse, which is brilliant. So I've got Bramble. The other ones I've got are, so this is a duo. So we've got Mothman and Cthulhu. Now they were my Halloween pattern 2 years ago, I think. Yeah, I love these guys. I don't know what it is. This guy's little tentacles on his face just crack me up so much. And then poor wee Mothman. Look at his little face. And his little stubby legs. So yeah, big fan of those. I've got Pablo the penguin and Blossom the bunny, who I'll insert photos for. I've got Hilda the hen. Hilda was, and I mean this in the nicest way possible, she was modelled after my mum. I don't know what it is. We always we spent a lot of like my childhood kind of growing up in the countryside, and we did have chickens, so I don't know if that's why I associate my mum with chickens or hens, or if it's because she is like a mother hen type. But yeah, I designed this one with my mum in mind, and I really like the shape of the wings on this one. But that's Hilda. Next up we have Daphne the deer, who is a gorgeous little deer. She's involved in that project as well, so I've got the photo up there for you. Another one is one of my favourites, and I know you're not supposed to have favourites, but I can't help it. This is Chloe the cow, and I think she is just the sweetest thing. She's so cute, and the patches for her are just kind of almost like cross-stitched on top afterwards, which I really enjoyed, because it means you don't need to worry about colour changes while you're making her. You can just put them wherever you like. So that's Chloe. And next one, this was a Valentine's Day pattern release, I'm sure, last year. This is Andy the axolotl. I love his gills that I've got, and then the tail. It's so silly. But yeah, I just thought he was really cute and a little bit different. The next one I have is Marvin the moose, who is this guy. I like his big nose. That's Marvin. Another Halloween pattern that I had done, I think this was last year, is Grim the goat. Now obviously you can make this goat in any colours you want. I was wanting to design a pattern for Halloween, but I wanted something that was a wee bit more flexible, and I thought if I do the kind of black goat kind of thing, you can make them in normal colours, which a lot of people have done, and it's just really sweet, I think. I love his beard. It's just tied on there and then frayed. And his eyes, I actually, apologies if there's dust on them, he's been up on a shelf. I actually took the black safety eyes and I used a really dark red nail polish. It's quite creepy and I like it. I can hear Chili, the beagle. Oh, there she goes. She's running around chasing biscuits that she's thrown all over the floor. Okay, and now my most recent pattern release is Olivia and Otis the otters. So this is like a Mother's Day themed one I went for. So this is her little baby otter and her tail. And I just thought she was super cute. I don't know what it is. It's a silly little face and this little nugget of a baby. Yeah, I love her. So yeah, that's Olivia and Otis, and I'll have still to put the tester appreciation post out for them. There's the testers that done the otter test call, done some fantastic versions. They're so cute, and I did share them. Oh, I knocked the camera there, sorry. I did share them when the pattern was released. I shared it in my stories, but they need a permanent place on the grid. Okay, now for Patreon patterns, the first Patreon pattern that I released was in, I think it was the start of December, and that was the bonks, the bear bonks. I'll insert a photo here because I've got them packed away with my Christmas decorations. So that's them. The second one was this girl. Now this is Nessie. We're matching jumpers today. Nessie, the Loch Ness Monster. But this is using Drops Air. So if you can see, it's kind of fuzzier. I think it's a chain ply yarn, I think. I will be honest, I found this quite difficult to work with. I wanted to try it because I thought it would give a nice halo to the finished make, and it does, but I found it quite challenging. It looks nice, but I wouldn't necessarily go back to it. Although I did go back to it because I had bought some for the next pattern and I didn't want it to go to waste. So this was the third pattern for the Patreon, and this is Sandy the skunk. And again, Sandy is made with the Drops Air. The dog's chasing the cat up the stairs, I'm sorry. So this is made with Drops Air, and I love her big tail. So she was the February Patreon pattern, kind of a Valentine's themed girl, and she's very cute. And the most recent Patreon pattern is kind of going back to one of the other body shapes that I've got, is Mickey the Mallard, and I just think he's so cute. I'm hoping that he's in focus and that you can see him. Oh, I love him. And he's using the Drops Nepal, the same as the other ones. So yeah, that's the Patreon patterns that are up at the moment. They will be released in the shop. I kind of put up on the Instagram posts and the Patreon posts about when they'll be released for general purchase, general sale. So yeah, quite a basket of goodies to share. I have, like I said, I've got a big project that I'm working on at the minute, which I'm hoping to be able to share with you quite soon. These aren't gonna fit in, are they? Let's just, yep, this is fine. You go there. Yep, sorry Mickey. Beautiful. Okay, let's talk about, let's do some Flosstube stuff. So if you're only here for the crochet side of things, that's totally fine. Thank you so much for sticking around, for waiting on me, and for watching what I had to share. All the links for everything will be in the description box. I'd love it if you'd come over and join us on Instagram, and yeah, that would be great. For the Flosstube side of things, I've got some of my own designs. I'll insert some photos. I've got Francois. Oh, there goes Chili again. I've got Francois, I've got a Maurice one, and I've got a Crow Cottage one. Another one of my own designs that I'm working on at the minute is this one here, which I'm really enjoying, and I've noticed that I've really been enjoying the, is it Carolyn Manning? Am I pronouncing that right? The kind of geometric shapes and stuff like that. And I started kind of going down this rabbit hole of like coming up with like quilt block patterns and things. So this is something that I'd started. It's going to be quite small. This is just a piece of 14 count Ada, and it's just DMC floss that I'm using. Apologies if you can hear that. She's now pulled out a crinkly toy and is attacking it. She sounds like a train when she's running. Anyway, so yes, I'm designing this. I might insert a photo of what the finished piece is gonna look like. But yeah, I was thinking like rainbow quilt type theme. I haven't fully decided if I want to do like a border around all the squares and like in between them. Maybe in white or black, I'm not sure. Let me know if you would put a border around them or if you would just leave it plain. But yeah, so I've been working on that, and that's my beautiful project bag with all the different colours that I'm using. Okay, what's next? What's in this one? I can't remember. This is a very poorly made bag by myself. Don't pay any attention. Okay, I think this is called, is it Winter Coffee? I'll put the name on the screen. This is using all the called for DMC, I'm sure. And yeah, I just absolutely love it. So that's Winter Coffee. And I should say, I'm not really one for ironing until it's finished. I don't know why. I get kind of creeped out about, oh, there she goes again. I get creeped out about the idea of like squishing all the stitches and ruining things. Okay, the next one, another little pouch that I made. I see you, Chilly. She's now dropping a bone at me. So this is meant to be by Little Dove Samplers. I'll insert a photo of what it's supposed to look like when it's finished. I'm using a 28 count mystery linen. I don't know where it came from. I'm using some of the called for, some random ones that I'm just kind of picking from stash so that I'm not having to run out and get anything. But yeah, I started this quite recently and became hyper fixated on it, and I was working on it for about 3 or 4 days, but like full days. So yeah, I really like the little hearts in the border. I really like just the border in general. I think this is the first piece that I've made that's got a completed border done first. So that's that one. Stuff it back in. Okay, the next one I have here is, what is it? Oh, I like this one. Okay, this is White Winter Moth by Kathy Barrick, and it is on 36 count brick by Fibre on a Whim, and I'm using my own colour conversion for it. I'll pull out the colours that I have. I don't know how that's showing up. It's showing up more muted. It's a much more warm toned orange than what's shown. So this is my colours that I've chosen, or these are the colours that I've chosen. That wasn't very good. There. And yeah, I just think this is going to look quite sweet. I'm doing this 1/1, which isn't my norm. Normally I'm a 2/2 person. No, I'm doing it 1/2, sorry. And yeah, don't get me wrong, I could be neater, but there's room for improvement with everything, I suppose, isn't there? So yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm glad that I managed. There's Chili. Sorry about that, I had to go. Chili had stole my little project thing that I keep a sewing needle in. I'll show you. I literally just put this together yesterday, so it's not fancy, but it is now covered in mud. Thankfully the needle's still there. So, yep. Don't leave anything lying around a beagle. It wasn't even around it, it was on, oh, anyway, doesn't matter. So yeah, this is White Winter Moth by Kathy Barrick, and I'm absolutely loving it. I think it'll be very sweet. I am noticing though that I'm struggling quite a bit to see the stitches. I don't know if it's because once it's been dyed and washed, if it's shrunk a little bit more, because it's not, I don't know. Maybe. The next one I have is, I think this will be the last one that I'll show, just because I don't want this to be too long. Okay, this is a piece of 14 count Rustico Ada that I had in stash, and this is, what's it called again? Patchwork Quilt Block by Vivsters. I'm using the called for DMC, and I'm doing this 2/2, and again this was something that I got hyper focused on for a while. The light is kinda, I don't know, anyway. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this, and I'll have put in a photo to show you what it'll look like when it's finished. And again, I find this one it's quite a meditative stitch. I'm not having to think too much about it. I'm really enjoying it. And in fact, I lied. I have one more thing that I really want to show you, and it is Snail's Hollow. It is the Stitch Along by the Stitch Crypt, and I had a nap on the couch, woke up in the afternoon and seen that she'd posted the frame for it. I immediately had to jump on and buy the pattern for the Stitch Along. Excuse the ring marks on it. But yeah, this is what I've got so far. I'm absolutely loving it. I had most of the DMC. I did have to order some, but I got it from Lakeside Needlecrafts for 99p a skein or something, so that was ideal. And I've been pretty much only stitching on this for the last 3 days, I want to say. So yeah, I think this is going to run until September, I think. I just love it so much. I love that text. I think it looks really pretty. I'm doing this on, it's a 32 count linen that I dyed myself. It was actually twice as wide as this, and I was bored one day and decided to cut it in half, and I dyed one half of it in, like, it was Twinings tea bags, but it's like the berry one, so it's like a really soft pink shade, which if you want to see a whip parade, I'll show you it. I'm doing a nice pattern on that, quite a monochrome piece. So that's like all pinks, and then this one I used tea and a little bit of coffee, just because why not? It still smells like tea and coffee, and I'm okay with it, to be fair. So yeah, this last one that I was working on, last thing I wanted to share with you, and yeah, we'll leave it there. If you enjoyed what I had to share, please leave a like. I feel so awkward asking that, but yeah, please leave a like. If you would like to see what's coming next and all that good stuff, please subscribe, and feel free to follow me over on Instagram at Little Forest Makes. If you've got any questions at all, please feel free to send me a DM over there or email me at littleforestmakes@outlook.com. I'm happy to answer any questions, and yeah, I think that's it. So I'll I'll see you soon. A lot sooner than a year, anyway. Goodbye!